I'm Jane.
And I'm Amanda.
Welcome
to
Come
Dowse with me. We're getting so much better at saying that. Well, today's episode 5, I think. Yeah, episode 5. So, elementals, my dear Watson, elementals.
Yeah, I love elementals.
Now, when I first joined Devon Dowsers, I don't know how many years ago now, before today, I had never ever come across elementals. It wasn't something that I had come into my worldview at all. I hadn't experienced them at all. So it was all very new learning about elementals for me. But you've got experience of elementals. And what should we say what elementals are first?
Well, yeah, I'm wondering, you might have heard of elementals because as a child, I used to read the flower fairy books. So,
I love the flower fairy.
They're elementals. They're elementals.
Oh, I love the
So
flower.
You maybe didn't realise that you were already engaging in elementals. So, yeah.
Until just now, right here, right now. I hadn't realised. I hadn't made that connection either.
Right, okay, so my understanding of elementals, there are a number of theories on it, but you've got earth elementals, which include gnomes, dwarves, fairies, elves. Then you have air elementals, that's a bit of a tongue twister, spirits and sylphs, water elementals, which would be undines, and fire elements, which would be salamanders. But I'd also say, you've also got dragons, unicorns, giants,
energy, just energy. I suppose the energy and bits of orbs and bits and bobs that float around.
Yeah,
non-human, non-plant.
Yeah, I guess, and then there's divas as well.
I know a few divas.
Oh, so do I.
The elemental guy.
I can be a real diva. Yeah, it's interesting. I think, as a child, I can remember my mum was really into kind of like the fairy realm, and the toadstools that and fairy rings, and we used to have fairies that lived in the bottom of the garden, and it was really kind of like the norm for me. there were fairies at the bottom of the garden, and so I kind of grew up knowing that there were these, I guess, energy is how they're perceived. And recently we've done quite a lot of landscaping in our garden last year, and so we've got lots of new plants, and it's there's a bit of a belief it's really nice to have a elemental of some description that comes and looks after your plants. So we had some work being done nearby where some hedges and things were removed, and I was a bit, oh gosh, what about all the elementals and divas and all that energy that was contained in that garden? Where are they going to go? There, when someone cuts a tree down, where does that energy go to that was looking after the tree, that lived there, that was their home? So my husband, bless him, I said, would you mind if I asked if any elementals would like to come into our garden? And he kind of said, how are you going to do that? And I went, I'm just going to dowse. So we were out walking the dog at the time, and so I just dowsed, were there any elementals, divas, beings, nature spirits that would like a new home? And I got a yes. So I said, well, if you'd like to come on over, that's fine. Find where you'd like to be in our garden. You're more than welcome. didn't think anything more of it, was going for our walk, and then suddenly I let out this massive great burp. So if you watched the previous episode, you'd have seen that in action. And I went, oh, I think they've arrived. Dowsed, got yes. And it's been really interesting since. I mean, our garden has just bloomed, and it's got such a beautiful energy, and I just, you know, we've got a water feature now, so hopefully I've got some undines that are in the granite water feature. So yeah, just, and it's just joyous. And then recently there was we found a hedgehog in the garden the other night, and that was just, yeah, I haven't had a hedgehog for years, because my dad's old dog used to jump up and down on hedgehogs. So
what, live ones?
Live ones, yeah. She used to get covered in fleas all the time. She was only a small Westie, didn't harm the hedgehog, but she used to like jump up and down on the spot, and all the fleas used to jump off onto her, and she had this hedgehog bark. But yeah, yeah, she's had me in some states, but that was before I got into dowsing. Oh yeah, I had to climb through a neighbour's back garden to try and rescue her, because he'd locked the gate, and I had to climb into his compost bin because she'd found a hedgehog, and how she got over there, I don't know, but that was a long time ago. But I really felt that the elementals had encouraged more,
brought it in.
And there was a cricket as well, or grasshopper or something, you know, making that like clicky noise. That was the other night, and I just thought, yeah, I think, you know, inviting these elementals into our space is really beneficial. And I did it through dowsing, and so I've never had experience of that before. It was great. I recommend it.
So are all elementals happy little balls of energy?
Oh, I think you can annoy them, and because also you've got, well, you know, in Cornwall we've got the piskies, and they used to be down the mines.
Piskies in Scotland as well.
Yeah, and you get
yeah,
and the knockers in the knockers in the gnomes, the knockers in the tin mines, the knockers in the tin mines. You know, the miners used to leave out offerings for them, and that is, you know, with the elementals, you can leave offerings out for them, which they gratefully receive. And I think sometimes you can get maybe like naughty gnomes that are mischievous, and you can get some mischievous little energies that will move things around. And yeah, I don't think I'd want to annoy a gnome, because they can be quite grumpy maybe.
Knockers I've heard of, because I went to Morwellham Quay and went in their tin mine, and they do like a little tour around, you can go in the tin mine, and they were talking about the knockers there.
I love it. I love you know, and I think that's something to kind of think about. Maybe for me, the stories and the legends and all of that, you know, it's been passed down through history. So, you know, our ancestors were connecting with these beings, and it's just we maybe have forgotten how to connect with them, and now we can reconnect them because we found dowsing.
Do you think they're on? So I could dowse I've got an aloe vera plant here. She's massive. She's like the mothership of all aloe vera plants. So I could dowse and see if there's any elementals there.
Yeah,
so
why not?
People wanted to dowse their plants or in the garden, or so you could just have I got any elementals on that one? No. Have I got any elementals on this one? No. Clearly I haven't welcomed any in.
Oh, so, you might want to ask if you can.
Any elementals over there? Any elementals? No.
Have you got any elementals outside?
In my house? No. Do elementals come inside? Maybe they don't come inside. Oh, I'm getting a no. That makes sense then. That's why I haven't got any on my plants, because they're all. So would the elementals be? Are there any elementals on that tree? Yes. Right. I'll be having a dowse of that tree later, having a bit of an investigate. So what sort of questions could I ask, or could we ask if we're like dowsing the tree to see what elementals? So I could ask, are they air, Does it have to have water nearby if it was a water elemental? Water, earth, fire.
Why are you asking me? Just dowse. Just come dowse with me, Amanda. Come dowse with me.
Are they air, water, what's it, earth and fire?
Yeah.
Air, water, earth, fire. They're fire elementals in that tree. Bit sparky, little bit sparky. I wonder how many, should we ask how many there are? Right, how many are there? 1 to 10, 10 to 20, 10 to 20 of them. So 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Didn't know this morning. I'd be dowsing to see how many fire elementals are in my tree outside. But there's 17. Are they all fire? All fire. Fire. Happy days. It's a happy tree, that, actually.
Wow.
Oh, new hobby when I'm stuck in a traffic jam, or when I'm sort of having a little look around going, what can I do here? I suppose if you're out on a walk as well, you can do it, can't you? Just sort of,
yeah,
what elementals are around. Or if you were moving plants in your garden, you could dowse and say, am I going to upset any elementals here? Is it safe and appropriate to move this plant? Is the plant going to be happy? Is everything in the garden going to be happy if I move it?
Yeah, we used to have a pear tree, and it became unwell and had to be removed. But before it was removed, I remember I was away on a retreat, and so my husband said, I'm going to chop the pear tree down, and I was like, whoa, wait. I said, you need to ask permission first. And he went, from who? And I said, the tree and any elementals that are around there. So he did. He did. And we had the stump remaining for a long time, and I had a little fairy door that I placed there just in case anyone needed to and sort of come and go. It's their portal.
Is it still there?
And no, we when we did some re-landscaping, it was the stump was ready to go. Because the problem was, when we played badminton in the garden during lockdown, it was normally down my end of the badminton court because we're on quite a hill, and I used to fall over the tree stump.
It was time to go.
It was time to go. But I think it's, I think elementals, there is so much more to explore with that. But it was interesting how you wanted to ask me the questions, and I'm thinking, but we're dowsers.
Just dowse it.
Just dowse it.
It's normal though, isn't it? You ask the questions, don't you? But yeah, we come dowse with me. Come dowse. Just dowse it. If you need to know something, dowse it. So if anybody has seen any elementals, or have an experience, or any little grumpy gnomes around, or if there's anything that they want to share with us, put it in the comments. Let us know. That'd be really exciting. I'd love to know what people have seen and things, because I don't feel energy, I don't see energy. I know when it's shifting and moving with the yawns that I do, but I don't. Yeah, so I'd be really interested for that.
I'd be really interested if anyone's got any pictures of any orbs or anything, because they fascinate me. And I know sometimes it is the camera flash, but modern technology, sometimes that you can see an orb without it being in a camera. I've seen them.
So you could dowse the orb and say, is this an elemental, and what is it, and identify it. Oh, that's a bit clever, isn't it? I like that. The possibilities, as always, the possibilities with dowsing are endless.
And on that note, happy dowsing.
Happy dowsing, everyone. See you soon.